Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy Friday. I'm sorry I've been away for most of this month. Unfortunately, I came down with the flu at the start and it just wiped out a good 3 weeks. So here are my February favourites. While I was convalescing, you could say I was doing a lot of reading. My initial plan for Feb was to listen to all of the Jane Austen novels. I actually haven't read the Jane Austen novels since I don't know, I must have been about 12 or 13 when I read them all. And since then, I just tend to watch the dramas which often come out every few years of one of her novels. The last one being Sanditon, which I absolutely loved on ITV. I would definitely recommend that. It was a really lovely watch. But I hadn't returned back to the novels in a long time. So to begin with, I thought I would download the audiobooks from the library and have a listen that way. And actually, I forgot there are a lot of subtle differences between the dramas, which are often interpreted ideas of characters, and what Jane Austen herself has written. Again, also characters are written out in dramas which appear in the novels. Yeah, and I just found it really enjoyable to go back and listen to those stories and infill some of the backstory of certain characters as well. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And when you're, washing up or hoovering the house or walking, it's really nice to listen to an audiobook. So I would definitely recommend, if you have a local library, signing up, and if they have an app which does audiobooks for you, do that, because if you don't use the libraries, we lose them. So I would really recommend checking your local library out. I absolutely love the local library here and I use it all the time. For some reason, I was just in a Jane Austen mood this month. So my first book that I read was it was an easy read for me, but not something that I would normally gravitate to. But I think because I was ill, I just wanted something light, something quite funny, and something that I would find relaxing to read. And I found that in The Particular Charm of Miss Jane Austen. Ada Bright and Cass Grafton were the authors. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was about Jane Austen time travelling to modern day Bath. And I thought, I was a bit concerned that her character would be someone who created mayhem and trouble for the modern day characters, but that wasn't it. It was much more relaxed than that. She gets trapped here and they have to figure out how to get her back. It's before she has published her first novel, so there's absolutely no recollection of who Jane Austen is. Only her neighbour is aware, because she was with her when the issue arose of her remaining trapped here, and the story centres around them getting Jane Austen back to her time. So yeah, really enjoyed that when I was ill. It was a very nice, gentle read and kept me chuckling when I was feeling a bit down. There is a sequel to this called The Unexpected Past of Miss Jane Austen. As I understand it, this time the central character goes back in time, or Jane Austen requests for her to go back in time. And I've got that book on loan from the library, so I'm just waiting for it to become available. But I am actually really looking forward to reading that. Another book that I read this month was Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I loved this. It's by Paul Gallico, and I haven't seen the film, but that's how I understood about this novel. And the author himself, he has a fascinating literary background as well, beginning writing in sports, war correspondence. He was American and then settled in Devon. It's really interesting, but I love the story. It's really, really well written. Again, just very light-hearted, very easy reading. And the character of Mrs. Harris, you really warm to her as an individual. She comes across as someone you'd love to have in your life. I also read a collection of letters by Jane Austen. These were written when she was 14 and they're sent to her cousin. And again, they're witty insights into human nature. They're a really lovely read, but to think that she wrote them when she was 14, it's incredible. The talent that was already manifesting itself there is so lovely to read. And yeah, that there was only 5 letters, so it was a really quick read. But yeah, a really nice, enjoyable afternoon to sit down and read those. And I think that is everything for February. It's been quite a tough month. I'm keen to get back to my good health again. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I will be back next week. Thank you. Bye.